I have been trying to find the perfect home EV charger for my BMW i3 and an occasional visit from my Tesla friend to be permanently installed in my garage. So today I'm checking out this KHONS 40 amp level 2 smart EV charging station that promises some advanced features. Let's see what comes in the box, how easy it is to install, and just how smart is it? I decided to unbox this unit outside as the weather was just perfect. And on the box we can see that this charging station comes in two different flavors. The black one has a screen and the white one doesn't. More on that later. Inside the box we get the manuals, some hardware, and of course the charging station. I really like the design and the size of this unit, and especially a fighter jet style kill switch in case of emergency. I was hoping the switch would do more, but it's just a fun way of cutting power to the car and enabling setup mode. You also get a bracket for holding the cable, and it's a heavy duty one as this charging station uses a high quality, thick cable, and there is 25 feet of it. The NEMA 1450 plug looks of high quality as well and is molded around the cable. The charging handle feels nice in the hand also and has a rubber cap for when not in use. Oh, and the reason the cable is on the thicker size is because it has 3 9-gauge and 1 16-gauge wires inside. Very nice. Of course, we also get a quick start guide with instructions on how to install it and a manual that shows you how to connect your phone to the unit and set up Wi-Fi. You will need this as it's not super intuitive on the first try. They also include a couple of templates for drilling into the wall and a user guide with specs and differences between the two units. Both of these units offer excellent protection from over and under voltage, short circuit, overtemp, and much more. But only the white unit offers RFID functionality. Lastly, here's a bracket that I almost missed inside the box as it was kind of hidden. Let's use it to install the unit in my garage. I'm not going to use the templates as it's easy enough and I already have some anchors in the wall, but overall it's just a very easy process of getting this installed. Drill a hole in the drywall, install an anchor, and screw in 4 screws with the bracket, but not all the way in. This will allow us to remove the bracket and attach it to the unit first. It's the same for the cable holder, but tighten the screws all the way. With the bracket attached to the back of the unit, we can then hang it on the 4 screws in the wall and plug it in. And we're done. When we plug this into the 1450 NEMA plug for the first time, it automatically goes to a self-managing mode, so we can just plug this into a car now and it will start charging immediately. Other modes, such as having to enable it from the phone's app, are configurable, and we will do that in a little bit. We also get an LED here at the bottom indicating if this is ready to charge or charging. I also really like the construction of the unit. It's not too bulky or big or anything, and it's kind of easy to remove because you can slide it up and take it with you. So pretty cool to see. All right, so let's see how long it's gonna take for this charger to charge up my BMW i3 from 33% to probably about 90, because after that it just goes into a much slower curve. The car, not the charger, and it's not really worth seeing, the performance of the charger. But yeah, let's plug it in. All right, that connected super quick, and now it's charging. And here on the charger itself, we can see that we are charging at 6.3 kilowatts, which is about 28.8 amps, 230 volts. So yeah, that's basically what my car can charge at. So obviously if your car can charge at higher rates, it will charge up to 40 amps. My car can only accept about 32 amps. So while it's warming up, looks like it's going to be charging it at about 29 amps. In the car, we can see that it's about 6:30 and it says it's going to be done in about 3 hours. So yeah, we'll check in a couple of hours and see what the progress is. Well, I missed the finishing touches as it actually took less time to charge the car than it previously said. But we put about 12.35 kilowatts into the battery, so that's pretty good. And now it's just sitting idle. Let's go check the car and see what the status is. All right, we got the green light, so that tells me that the car is fully charged. Let's go check inside. And there we have it. It's 9:43, so a little over the time that it said it was going to be done, but it's been done for a while, I assume. And we are at 100% charge. Of course, using it without the app makes it not very smart, so I downloaded the app and set up an account, which you have to do in order to use the app and configure the device. Then it was a matter of adding this device to the app. They have an option to use the camera to scan the QR code, but that didn't work for me, so I just typed in the serial number. Works either way. However, after adding it, it showed up offline and I could not control it. After reading the manual, it turns out we have to push the stop button on the side, unplug the unit and plug it back in. It then goes into a Bluetooth setup mode, which we can use to configure the device. Once connected to the Bluetooth on the phone, we can go back to the app and go back to the settings where we can change the mode from self-control to app control and specify the Wi-Fi credentials we'd like to use. After restarting the unit one more time, it finally shows up on the app as online, and we can use the app to start and stop the charging, set the amp limit at which the car will charge, and of course see the current speed, voltage, and kilowatts that are being put into the car. You can also schedule when the charging will start, which is great for those on the time-based power. Unfortunately, there aren't too many other smart options in here. I would like to see things like precise history of when and how much it charged, and not just the last charge. It does have cool features like auto restart in case of a power outage, and on the white version RFID control, but everything is controlled through the app only. You cannot change the charging speed without the app, for example. Of course, in most cases, you will set it up once and then never touch the settings again. Overall, it's a very capable charging station with very high quality cables and connectors that could easily serve your electric cars for years to come. I also love that it has a 25-foot cable that actually reaches all the way down here on the driveway. A few things I wanted to mention before I close this out is that not every car will be able to charge at 40 amps, so please check the specs on your car to confirm and understand that if it's like this BMW i3, it could only charge at 32 amps, which is 7.7 kilowatts. And if you want to use this on a Tesla, this uses the J1772 standard, so make sure you have an appropriate adapter. It's also important to understand that they are updating the app all the time and adding features, so I hope they will be adding more features in the near future. Just like you can check out this video in the near future where I discuss things I love and hate about this BMW i3. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.